Hey, super. I'm okay, mate. Not too bad. Just setting up the stream here. Ready for the next... where's my YouTube? I'm nearly ready. Right. I think we're good everywhere now. And hey, Alistair, Dave, Matt. Narius, I didn't do that yesterday. I took 2 trades and both of them the green. Someone's sad. But yeah, I hear you, Narius. A little bit of patience will go a long way for me. So I totally agree with you that one. So Nrbo Pharma is moving well, but I would say that spreads on this are not great. So they're currently like 20 cents, but they've been as high as 40 cents in the last 5-10 minutes. So afternoon, that is it. Good to see you, always. Okay, there we go. Michael, good to see you, buddy. Nice cup of tea to start the day. So HKD is the big mover, but, well, the 2 big movers, Nrbo Science, but we've looked at HKD in the past and it's no different. It's massive pump, you know, it's dangerous. If I was advising anybody, it's not financial advice, but if I was a financial advisor, I'd say stay away from this. It's too dangerous. It may continue to move up. It may not. If you want to gamble, be my guest. But HKD, which is AMTD Digital, the last time this started to move up, it moved up to like 2,600. And to be fair, I did have a little punt on it, and it was exactly that. It was gambling. So just be careful with this. The spreads are usually huge as well, and they're no different today. So the spreads are currently like $7.50. So be careful. Make sure you factor the spreads into any risk calculations you make. HKD, it can move big, and when I say big, I mean really big, but just be careful. It's a very dangerous stock to trade because it's extremely low volume. Extremely low volume. Well, I think if they can, if they, well, going after the guy from Terra Luna is, I think is they're going after the wrong guy. Super Chip. My personal opinion on it. they're going after the wrong guy. It was Citadel and their cohorts that crashed that. It was Citadel that basically crashed the whole crypto market by doing what they did. So yeah, they should go after someone like Citadel for actually doing the manipulation in the first place, rather than somebody that was actually trying to utilize it. And how's the SEC going to go after somebody in the crypto space? It's not regulated, so they've got no jurisdiction. So that's another thing as well. Do I usually trade lower or mid cap stocks? Low float, low cap stocks is what I tend to go for with my strategy, Becky. So no, I don't think he's completely innocent. That's not what I said. I think the whole crypto space as a whole, it still is quite nefarious. So is Do Kwon without fault? No. But the reason that the whole Terra lost its peg was down to what Citadel and the partners did, not what Do Kwon was doing. Now, what he was doing wasn't particularly what you could say would have been legal if Luna or even Terra was an equity. They wouldn't have got away with it. But because it was crypto and it's not an equity, the SEC doesn't have any jurisdiction. That's the problem there. Hey Fuzzy, good to see you as well. Let's have a look at the markets, because they're down again today. Which we're anticipating some more data coming out today as well. So just bear that in mind. That at the bottom of this hour, so in 20 minutes, we should get the jobless claims and the retail sales data as well. So let's see what that brings to the market. Will we get any positive or negative? Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Jobless claims, retail sales data, all due to drop on the bottom of the hour, so 8:30 market time. What are your thoughts? Do you think that the market will continue to sell off? It consolidated most of yesterday, but will it sell off, or will it rally on the back of it? Let me know. It depends on the projects, and it depends on if the but I have to look into each project and do my own due diligence, Becky. Would I go and give my money to any project that Do Kwon is involved with just on the back of the Terra Luna debacle? No. Would I negate doing it because he was involved in a project? Then again, no. I would. It depends on the project. It depends on if there's regulation involved. It depends on the community. There's a lot of factors to take into account. $1 to 500 leverage account. Oh, good luck with that, Fuzzy. I'm sure you did with 500x leverage. Yeah, CMEG are good. Well, it's not CMEG that it's the latency. It's the platform. So Dash Trade is low latency. Sterling Trade is low latency. TC2000 is low latency. There's quite a few good platforms that are low latency because the direct access to market. The broker, depending on the platform you trade with the broker, the latency is going to be different. So yeah. Have a shop around, Dave, and let me know your thoughts. Just if you come up with any conclusions, I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on that, because it's not really something I've gone that deep in terms of any specific advantages on the latency of your platform or bandwidth. Yes, obviously you want something that's going to handle the bandwidth, and you want a low latency platform. Like that's why I got fiber to the door here, but. I don't trade forex, Rich. I'm not a forex trader. It's equities. and I get charged commissions per transaction rather than per trade rather than per share. Hey Phil. Yeah, NRB are on the watch list. AMTD could be worth watching. Let's have a look at AMTD simply because of HKD moving. It's very the range isn't great. It moved up yesterday quite well. It's over $2 now, so it's at my basement floor. I probably won't trade it unless it gets over $3 and moves at least 50%. So this is AMTD, which is AMTD Idea Group. It is the largest stakeholder in the SPAC, which is HKD, which is AMTD Digital, HKD. Now, AMTD Digital is already up 40% on the day. And as I said before, the peak, the all-time high of this was 2,600 the beginning of last month. This moved in a way that I've never seen anything move. I mean, I wouldn't say I've been trading for like 10, 20 years or something like that, but I've never known anything move the way this moved. And the low volume made it very dangerous. So just be careful if you're thinking of trading AMTD Digital. So let's have a look. Why did store just pop up? Quite a big move, that. $4 in the space of Store Capital to be acquired. It's an acquisition for 32. That's why it popped up so quickly. So if you got on that quick enough, you might have made a quick buck. But Store Capital is going to be acquired for $32.25 a share. So it's now at $32.20. So that's just going to flatline now. GIC and Elk Street are buying it. Let's go back to something that's got a little bit of action on it. So, has anybody got anything they want to take a look at? Let's have a look at Magic Empire Group, because they have a history of popping up every now and again as well. We traded this back in August when it first IPO'd. We got some money off this, if I remember rightly. 673. Does it have a catalyst? That's right, yeah. I think that does about it. That pretty much gets us to everything in the screen. Okay. Atxg. Yeah, I've got that one on the watch here. So actually, I need to sort that out on my YouTube, don't I? put my watch details on here. And last one is Affinity, which I'm not watching today, so I'll change those in a second. At least if you're on YouTube, you've got a few more things to watch. Rich, potentially it could do, but I'm trading in a measure. It's like working for Dell or EMC. You know, in Europe, your commissions and your targets are all basically US dollars, whereas you get paid out in euros. So you know it depends when you actually take your profits at the end of each month. When you take your profits, yes, there could be a material impact if there is a big swing between the currencies. Yeah. Any hopes for Tough Built? I seriously doubt it, but let's have a look at Tough Built. Well, that's just plunged. So no, I would say no. We had a look at it on the daily. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we had this sell-off after it kind of moved up. We had this sell-off. It moved back up again. A bit of a dead cat bounce, if you will. And now it's down at 252. So it had a reverse stock split back in the day. So that would have been back in April, where it went up to $20 a share, and it's been selling off ever since. Now we got the various news. I got caught in the secondary offering that they mentioned on Tough Built, and it ended up gapping down. So that would have been in July or August, can't remember. And it doesn't look. It looks very weak. Looks very weak. So I wouldn't hold out for Tough Built. If you're holding bags with Tough Built, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's coming back anytime soon, barring a major catalyst. Could it move back up? Yes, we've seen in 4 days here that it went from kind of 250 up to like 950. So it could, but it needs a catalyst. But you've got this double top here that is very bearish, and there's been nothing since then. Because, see, Lexter, when you get a time and sales, this is what John probably didn't realize yesterday, is the time and sales is controlled by the market makers. Now, it's based on quantities of 100. So if you see a 6, it's actually 600. If you see a 12, it's 1200. If you see a 1, it's 100. If you see 0, it's less than 100. There's actions going through. Now, what actually happens if you try and sell 5,000 shares, but there's nobody buying 5,000 shares, what the market makers will do is they'll break it up into smaller lots to accommodate the whatever orders are available. So break it into marketable lots. So what you'll see is the marketable transactions going through. Now, if you try and sell 5,000 shares and someone's buying 5,000 shares, obviously they'll match that up and it'll go through as a 50 on the time and sales. But what happens is, in most cases, and this is why it takes time, if you try and buy something, and you saw it on, I think it was yesterday or the day before, you put an order in to buy, and sometimes you get a partial fill. You've put an order in for, let's say, 5,000, and you get a partial fill, so only 3,000 fills, and then when you actually get your reports at the end of the day, you can actually see what transactions it went through at. So it doesn't necessarily go through as a 5,000 share order. It might go through as a 3,000 share order and several 200, 250, 300 share orders, or whatever the case may be, to make up the full value of what you're doing once it's filled. So yeah, that's why zero means under 100 shares. Most time, and some time and sales are a little bit more accurate. You can actually use, I think you can specify if you want them to show full value, but most it's in lots of 100. What am I used to doing before I was trading? Well, I was regional vice president for a multinational software company. My salary at the time, let's just say it was a healthy six-figure salary. So when I lost that job, I needed to find something that would replace that. So I had a healthy six-figure salary before becoming a full-time trader. I mean, just look me up on LinkedIn. You'll see what you'll be able. I'm not going to say who I worked for because I don't want anyone coming after me. But if you look me up on LinkedIn or something like that, you'll see that you'll be able to see who I've worked for and at what positions, etc. Totally referenceable. Yeah, sorry, CWPM. Whilst I'm in Ireland, I don't speak Irish. Like most Irish people, I don't speak Irish, even though I'm not Irish. So, you know, good luck. Hey, Robbie. Good, mate. Thanks for asking. Appreciate that. Yeah, some Magic Empire. That is moving up. No real catalyst. Got unconfirmed earnings for the 27th. Apart from that, no real catalyst for Magic Empire. There's no real movers at the moment. We've got some movers on the day, but there's no real movers in terms of volatility right now. So let's just keep an eye on what's. I wouldn't say I'm happier. There's pros and cons. Neris. So I'm my own boss. I don't have to report into anybody first and foremost. That's the best part. I have that I'm yet to take advantage of. I have flexibility. I really could trade from anywhere, and I do have that flexibility. What I do miss is the camaraderie of the water cooler gossip and all that kind of stuff. You try not to get involved with when you're in a corporate business, but actually being in the office with other people, trading on your own at a desk, and all you've got is the charts and the data. It can get quite mentally taxing. You're isolated, so that's the downside of trading. It's more lucrative financially, but then again, there's a lot of pitfalls to it financially as well. Well, this year is going to decide whether I'm successful or not. So I've set myself the target, and I do still have. So having been in the tech industry, working for a software company at a quite high level, I still have quite substantial outgoings, which I have to maintain. But if I continue on the upwards trajectory with my business the way it is right now, both in terms of trading and my other income streams also, I'm well on the road to financial freedom, which is good. Yeah, I've thought about that, Alex. I have thought about that, but do you know what? I can't. Very few co-working spaces are going to allow me to take my trading buddy. Where is my trading buddy? I need to get her. You can lie down. It's not time yet. No, you go back outside. It's not time yet. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a possibility for that, Neris. I'm sure there'll be a few people in the day trade with Tony community would probably go for that. But it'd have to be a dog-friendly space. Look, just because I picked up the bag of treats doesn't mean you're having any. We're not at 3,000 likes yet. We've got a way to go. We're only at 1100, so we've got a way to go yet. Now go and lie down. You can go lie down in the sunshine on the balcony. Off you go. I'll call you when we get to 3000. Oh, she stinks with a belly, that one. Trust me, she doesn't go without food, that's for sure. We've got ice knots again. I'm gonna have to get that looked at. What's cruel? It took me about 5 minutes to learn how to do it right. It took me about 7 months, 7 months, Colin. Shut up, Alistair. Who even asked? Look, nobody rattled your cage. We don't want your opinion. Thank you very much. I'll ask for it if I do. AMTD, what, digital or idea group, Robbie? That's the question. So AMTD as the idea group. We just had a look at that. It's up at $2 right now. Had a good day yesterday going from one, but I don't anticipate a big move on AMTD. I don't know why it's moving. I don't know what's moving it. There's no catalyst on this or its majority owned SPAC, which is HKD. Both are moving up, but they moved up last month as well, and they moved up big and on similar low volume. Risky trades right now. I would wait to see how the action plays out. That's on AMTD and AMTD Digital. Nereus, you're looking at him. I'll be careful with both of AMTD and AMTD Digital. Of the two, I would say AMTD is going to be easier to trade, but HKD, which is AMTD Digital, is probably going to be more lucrative if you gamble and get it right. The problem is gambling and get it right is exactly that. It's a gamble. You've got to be prepared to if you're prepared to have your account liquidated, by all means go for it, because it's that kind of a it is that kind of a stock, and the movements on that stock can be that volatile. It can move literally $100 in a day. It can move more than $100 in a day. So depending on the share size that you're taking, it could liquidate your. Well, it can move. It's moved, thousands of dollars in a day. It could liquidate your account. So just be careful with that. Less of the big, Alistair. You're going to have me with a complex. Although I am quite big. I'm a big man. Why should I deny it? So it depends, Lexter. So it depends on the trade. Each trade I assess it differently. I look at where the support and resistance levels are. If I'm not trading particularly well, then yes, I will. Sometimes my risk management goes out of the window. I'll be the first to admit to that. If I'm trading according to my plan, according to my strategy, then I assess what the support resistance levels are, how much I'm prepared to risk on a particular move, because I want to be getting what my actual goal is on that particular move. If I'm looking to gain, let's say, $1,000 on something, I might risk 500. If I'm looking to gain 5,000 on something, I'll risk 2,500. If there is, I see there's a key support level, and I'm looking to gain 5,000, but I'm risking 2.5, and there's a key support level, and I could risk 3,000, then I'll let it go to the 3,000 for that bounce. And again, using the VWAP as a key psychological level, whole dollars, that kind of stuff. So it depends on each particular trade, and it tends to be different because each trade is different. So you need a different plan for each trade. You need a different risk strategy for each trade. You might take 10 cents on one stock that's moving up, and the spreads are only 1-2 cents as your risk because you're looking to make 20 cents. Or you might take, you know, a 20-cent risk on something, which is a mistake because the spreads are 15 cents. So you've got to factor in what's the spread, what's the average true range in terms of the movement of the stock. If it's going to go up and it's going to pull back by 20 cents and then go up by 40 cents, you don't really want to be putting a 10-cent stop in place because you're going to get stopped out. So you've got to assess all of that before you take your trade as well, and look for that. Sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes you put a stop in place and you get stopped out and it goes again without you, and you try and get back in and you get stopped out again. So sometimes you've got to accept the fact that some stocks are not easy traders. When you get an easy trader, you get in there, you get green, and you just ride the rest up. You move your stop up to break even. So no matter what, you're in a profitable trade. You take half your position off and then you can ride that up. And that's usually what I like to do. Why do I use leverage instead of self-finance? Simply for the fact that why should I use my money when I can use somebody else's? It doesn't. Leverage trades don't cost much intraday. They don't cost anything intraday, if anything. There would be no difference if I had a cash account, a large cash account, in terms of the commissions and the charges and the fees, than if I had than using the leverage account intraday. Now, if I hold it overnight, slightly different. There's costs associated with it, but intraday it doesn't make much difference at all. If I'm shorting, it will make a difference. Borrow fees and etc. Nrbo, is it still moving? Yeah, it's up there at 28, 23. So we've got a couple of key levels here. So we've got a key level here at 28.50, the $0.50. We've got a key level, a couple of key levels. So look at the 15. So we've got current high of session in the out of hours session is 29.55. So $29 obviously key level. 28.50 is a key level. So the half and whole dollars are proving to be key levels for Nrbo Pharma, and then we've got 30 is also a key level. So they not quite got up there at this stage, but yesterday we went up to 29.67 in the opening half an hour. So just be worried. The spreads on this are like between 10 and 25 cents. It's quite rangy. Just be careful there as well if you're trading Nrbo. Quite simply, Dave, yes, the economies of scale don't work that way. If you're trading low float stocks, then to get bigger positions, you have to take to get bigger profits, you have to take larger size and make larger trades, which means with these low float stocks, you're taking a larger share of the float. So you're actually reducing the liquidity in the market. Every time let's just say you've got a 1 million float stock, you take 5,000 shares. It's not really going to affect the liquidity too much. if you've got a 1 million float stock and you take 100,000 shares, of course it is. That's 10% of the float. Take 50,000, it's 5% of the of the float. So in a case, if you're anything over 3% of the float, you're going to have to fill in all of the relevant SEC forms and the likes as well. So it gets a bit messy. It becomes a lot more difficult, and of course, then you've got the whole zero sum market. So if you but I looked at it earlier, Robbie. It's going to flatline now. It's at the acquisition price. So this is store. So it moved up as soon as it was announced, and it's flatlining now. So it's 32.25, I think, is the buy price. It's going to hang around that 32.25, 32.50 level now. It's not, you won't see any much movement. There won't be much range on that for the rest of the day. So no real day trades in store capital. But going back to what you're looking at, Dave. The reason that I would take the profits and start with the same equity level each month is just another factor of risk management. You'll see me making big swings at the end of a month when I've got a big account and making big losses. And if you make big losses, if you're losing $27,000 in a day, and you do that 3 days in a row, you could liquidate your account. Whereas if I make a $27,000 loss and I've only got a $30,000 account, if I liquidate my account, I've lost $30,000. The same thing if you've got a smaller account and you start with 5,000 and you go back to 5,000 each month, or even just grow it steadily, or take profits, grow a little bit more, keep a little bit extra in, and grow your account steadily. It's just another way of risk, another factor of risk management that I put in place. The max that I'm going to lose there is 30,000 on any given month. In reality, I could lose that 30,000. I've not lost anything based on where I am on the year, but it stops me there, and it gives me a big wake-up call. The only time that's actually happened, certainly this year, was in May. I didn't quite lose the full equity, but I got very, very close. I think I lost about 29,000 off the 30 or whatever it was, and I had to cancel the withdrawal from a couple of days earlier and have that reapplied to my account to continue trading. Finished technically profitable on May. In reality, I actually lost money. So and just put that into context for everybody out there. If you're thinking of day trading, think twice, think 3 times, think again. It's a very risky profession. Learn how to trade. Invest in learning how to trade first. Trade in a paper account in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Do that for at least 3 months. I know you're going to be itching to get real money and make real profits, but do it in a simulator for at least 3 months. That will actually start you behaving in a certain way and creating profitable habits. If you can be profitable after 3 months, then again, start small. But I don't recommend day trading for it's not a profession for everybody. In fact, the majority of people lose money. They don't have the right mindset for it. They get greedy. Greed is the biggest enemy of retail traders, because you put too much on that. You trade with too large. You trade too big, and when you have a loss, you don't cut your losses early enough. You don't manage your risk early enough, so you end up losing the whole account. And people that have joined me learn to trade my way. I don't, when I'm teaching people, I specifically say that my style of trading, I'm an aggressive trader, is not for everybody, and I don't advise anybody trade my way. Learn to trade a way that you're comfortable with. Take the strategies, take the methodologies that I use, but in terms of the risk, I don't recommend anybody be as aggressive as I am. I'm deliberately trying to achieve a goal this year, and I'm being aggressive to do that. Now, I can replenish the account if I blow up the account. I have reserves. Not everybody has that luxury, so just be careful with and just think of it this way. If you work back, I'm always on about, okay, at the end of each day, at the end of each trade, at the end, zoom out, but you should do that to start off with as well. Start on a macro level. What do you need to earn from trading for it to be significant for you on an annual basis? what would be a significant income for you and a change, you know, make a significant impact to your life? Is it going to be 20k? Is it going to be 50k? Is it going to be 100k? And work backwards from that. Because if it's 50k, which is more than the average household income in most places around the world, a 50k a year is a really good income. So if you can get 50k a year, what do you have to work that down in terms of setting your goals on a monthly, on a weekly, on a daily basis? 50k a year is $200 a day. And people forget that. So can you earn an extra $200 a day by day trading? Yes, you can. Are you going to stick at $200 a day? The guarantee that you won't, because you will. Trading small it requires discipline. Going in, getting $200 a day, and this is what you should be doing, $200 a day. That's my goal. Get to my goal, get over goal, get out, stay green, stay over goal. Do that consistently for about 3 months, 2 to 3 months, then increase your goal from 200 to 300, from 300 to 500. Do it consistently for a period of 2 or 3 months. I was having this conversation yesterday in the Day Trade with Tony Discord about, you know, what are realistic expectations are. $5,000 a day is not realistic for most people. Just bear that in mind. I wouldn't, because they'd liquidate my position before it got to that, Dave. Absolutely, Dave. But what you'll find on the course is that risk management is not chapter 2, it's chapter 1 through 12. Every course has an element on, every chapter has an element on risk management, and it needs to be. It's the first, second, and third, and fourth most important things. But what would happen if I blew my account up? I have blown my account up on when I first started trading on three separate occasions. Your broker has risk mitigation in place themselves, so they will liquidate your position. Now, what tends to happen is your position will get liquidated as you reach that negative equity level. What can happen is you will owe your broker fees and charges. So commissions and SEC fees, FINRA fees, all that on the back of that may take you beyond that level. So that's why some brokers have this equity requirement or leverage requirement of 110% rather than 100%. Because if you end up getting liquidated on that position, then you've still got a little bit besides. They hold a little bit back so that you can pay any outstanding fees and stuff. I've a couple of times gone into debt to the broker and had to pay the broker back on those liquidations. When I've refueled the account, there's always been a little bit that I've had to pay back from the fees and charges that used to take me into the red with the broker. Now, if you're trading like some of the hedge funds and some of the financial institutions, you're trading in millions, then those fees and charges and those other bits and pieces can add up, and you could end up with big losses. But most brokers have a safety net in place where they will liquidate your position if it looks like it's going against you. In fact, just last month, I got my position. I had a position liquidated by the broker because I was holding more than my overnight leverage. That was on the small account, I think it was. And I was holding more than my overnight leverage allowed me. So they partially liquidated the position, I think with 10 minutes to go before the market closed. So that I was only holding enough, less than the overnight leverage. Good simulators are going to cost a subscription, Vegas, so it depends. You can paper trade for free in TradingView, which is not too bad. But again, if you want real-time data, you're going to have to subscribe to that as well. I would advise that whatever platform you are planning on trading with, whatever platform your broker works with, that you're going to be trading with, that you use that as your simulator. Use that to practice. Well, there's always nefarious activities going on, but I would say it's not in the broker's interest. What do you mean, where have I been? I've been right here. I've been sat here. Where have you been? You mean, no, I just had, so this is day 3 of September for me. So the first week and a half of September, I took off I needed a break. I was ready for it. And I'm back recharged and refreshed. I don't know about that. It looks more like it was closer to a double top on the higher time frames. That's the thing. Look at it on the 5-minute time frame. You've got here down. It's more of an M shape than a W shape. So it possibly could be, but I'll be very on the 1-minute time frame going down. Nah, because the middle part of it is higher than this part, so I wouldn't say that's a double top right now. Yeah, well, I think you saw me in August. In fact, I had my best ever trading month in August, but I wasn't trading particularly well. And I can recognize that. Now, to the untrained eye, people will be seeing what the gains that I was making and thinking, oh yeah, you're doing really well. And actually I wasn't. I was getting lucky. On a lot of occasions in August, I was getting lucky. I was swinging big. You know, there was a lot of volatility across August, and that helped with the potential to make good gains. So if I look at my statistics, and I'll show the statistics a little bit later, but if I look at my statistics for August, the amount of money that I actually lost is frightening. But the fact that I'm actually made a lot more, the potential for it should have been a lot better in August. I mean, in the first 3 days in August, I was up at $80,000 up. So, and then get back however much it was. I think on the Thursday I was at $100,000 up pre-market, and then I gave back 20,000 or whatever it was. And it was just such a big roller coaster equity curve for August. It was mad. It was stressful. But I think the stress had been building up over a couple of months, so I needed a break. And because of COVID and the lockdown and everything else, I've not been anywhere for a long while. And then I got a nice, lovely invite to head out to the Far East and join someone to stay for a little over a week. And I jumped at the chance, so why not? What happened with the too busy talking? That's my problem. What happened with the job claims and the retail supposed to drop at the bottom of the hour? Let's have a look. Okay, so yeah, it didn't really make much difference to the SPY, did it? I know it dropped at the bottom of the hour. I just wasn't paying attention. It's just kind of it's not really impacted the market. With it dropped here. It made a little bit of a pop, but it's still sideways. Didn't really move that much. So core retail sales for the month of August down 0.3%. They're expected to grow. So it's initial jobless claims 213,000 versus 226,000. Was that million? Whatever. Yeah, 226 million. Whatever. Continued claims 1.4 million versus 1.475 million. Retail sales, yeah, so not really much unexpected there. Not like on Tuesday when we got the CPI results. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have another choppy sideways day on the markets, I think. Morning, Squibby. Good to see you as well. What football club is near me? Well, I live in Dublin, so it's more GAA here. I mean, you've got Bohemians and whatnot, but it's more GAA or rugby in Ireland. Celtic? That's Scotland. I'm in Ireland. I suppose the closest Premier League club would be Liverpool. Geographically speaking, just across the channel. And that's my football. When you say football, I hope you're talking real football, not nah, they're not struggling because they let Mane go. They're struggling for other reasons. I mean, Mane's replacement was bought in January. That was Luis Diaz, and he's actually thriving. They're struggling for other reasons. It's not so much up front that they're struggling. It's at the back. Virgil van Dijk's having a shocker at the moment, so he needs to pull his socks up or maybe get benched and have a rest and let the others. Joel Gomez hasn't been great either. When it's come in, so it's at the back they've been struggling. The problem is really in the midfield, and all the injuries in the midfield have left the back exposed. And when the back's not playing particularly well, and you've got the midfield leaving them exposed, look, this is not a football channel, but I could talk about that all day long. He's not had a chance. He got sent off in his second or third game, but. Yeah, well, I think Mane, I don't think anybody wanted him to leave, but what you're going to do, he wanted to leave. You don't want people at your club that nobody's bigger than the club, first and foremost, and you don't want people at the club that don't want to be there. So he was made at Liverpool. He was a good footballer before he went to Liverpool. He became a global superstar at Liverpool. So same with Salah. But I think there was a lot of rivalry between the two. I know they're good friends and all, but there's a lot of rivalry between the two with the kind of African nations connections and that. So one had to go. What are we watching? Well, at the moment, there's not a lot moving. it's going to be a bit like yesterday, Squibby. So we're just waiting for some action. So it looks like we're probably going to wait till the market opens. There's not a lot moving. HKD on very low volume is the big mover. Nrbo Pharma, which is what we've got up at the moment, is probably the again, big spreads. It's 15 cents at the moment, but it has had big spreads. So the two big movers today are Nrbo and HKD. HKD's been moving up and down in big ways. Atxg is up on the watch list. Let's have a look. Nrbo, Atxg, and have a look at Beat. That's just popped up. What is this one? Why is that popped up? It's a lower price stock. Not really what I go for. Just kind of getting rejected at $2 now. Well, let's see what the catalyst is here. So Heartbeat shares are trading higher after the company announced its patent for a 12-lead electrocardiogram patch monitor intended for detection of acute coronary syndrome and cardiac arrhythmia was issued to the USPTO. So it's got a patent catalyst. That's Heartbeat. Heartbeam, sorry. Ticker is BEAT, Beat, hence the confusion. Heartbeam. So this is back under $2, so it's way below my floor now. But if you want to watch it, it's decent catalyst. It's a 21.5 million float, so it's a small enough float, yeah, worth watching if you like trading those smaller price stocks. Right now, there's not a lot that I'm watching. It's worth keeping an eye on. There's no momentum right now, but we'll keep an eye on. Let's have a look at what AMC. I put AMC on here just because it's one of the meme stocks that if people go on the YouTube, they can see AMC's. Is AMC doing anything? No, it's still under $10. So that's for you guys. Actually, on the AMC chart, if you want to see anything on, let me know in YouTube. If there's a stock that you want me to put up there, if you want me to put the SPY up there, I can put the SPY up there, or whatever it is. If there's a stock you want, or the NASDAQ, I'll put the Qs up there, for example. And let me know if there's a stock you want to see on that chart, because I've not really got anything on the watch list this morning. There's nothing really moving as yet. So let me know what you want to see on YouTube. Sorsha, the holiday was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic, brilliant. I couldn't have hoped for better. Did I get the ride? Yeah, I got the ride. I got the ride I wanted for sure. Not sure what you're referring to though, Sorcha. So beat. It's trying $2 again. Starbucks popping up, not on great volume. It's popping up, nothing doing. This is a recent IPO from last month. Actually, there are some IPOs this week. So let me just put them on the list. So today, I believe we've got some. So Third Harmonic Bio and Corebridge Financial are both IPOs today. So let me just put those tickers on the list, so I can see when they go live. And probably be about 11 o'clock market time when they go live. So the stream will probably have ended by then. But the ticker for Third Harmonic Bio, which is an IPO due to go live today. Scheduled to go live, and it's scheduled to go live at $17 a share. So the ticker is THRD, and then we've got Corebridge Financial is also scheduled to go live today. CRBG is the ticker, and that's scheduled to go live at $21. So I'm not seeing any market data on CRBG yet or Corebridge, but I am seeing Third Harmonic is it's in the system at $17. No trades yet. It's not open for trading yet, but after the bell, maybe about 90 minutes after the bell, we might see it. So if you like trading IPOs, those are the two for today. Did anybody get the Ethereum pump last night? That's a good question. For the merge. Anybody get the merge on Ethereum last night? It moved up, but then kind of sold off again. But Ethereum's down, it's below 1600. Let's just kind of pull this up and have a look at it. I'll just pull up TradingView, you can have a look. Okay. This is Ethereum, this is the Ethereum chart. And as you can see here, we got the merge this morning and it moved up, but then it's sold off again. It went up to 1650 and now it's below, it's 1589. That's Ethereum. We look at Bitcoin, that's been pretty flat since the sell-off earlier in the week. Cardano, also pretty flat. And then we've got XRP, also that's kind of moved up there as well, very similar to Ethereum. But that's your crypto. That's your daily crypto update. Not a lot moving. Kind of flat since the sell-off earlier in the week. I'll take a look for you, Tony. Oh, 929. Currently. What's going on here? It's a little bit strange. I've got this as 2000% up on the day. That can't be right. Some strange reason. Let's have a look at the Lisata Therapeutics. That's not right. It's some strange reason this is up at... That's not right at all. It's 2,000% up, but it's not. Dog, where are you? Yako. Just broke the barrier and have a treat. You've got to stand up for it. You've got to do your tricks. Ooh, lovely. You will lick your lips. I know you like these ones. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's showing as 2,000% on my system for some reason. That's obviously a glitch. But it's moving, and I'm not seeing any particular reason why. Nope, no news. No key data. Don't know. Could be interesting though. I mean, that's up quite nicely from $7, $6, whatever it was yesterday. What did it finish at yesterday? Finished at 6.30. Already been up to $14 pre-market. Oh, gets up and breaks $10. Could be interesting. Hey Willis, had a fantastic vacation, buddy. Thanks a lot. Shut up. All right. So while we've got nothing over 3% in the last 15 minutes, the volatility is just not there at the moment. But I don't know why I'm not getting Lisata Therapeutics on the scanners for whatever reason. That's definitely one that should be on there, so I'm just going to put that on the list just for now. Is there anything you guys want to see? What are you watching for the open? We've got now 20 minutes to the open, to the opening bell. I think it's probably just worth waiting it out now and waiting for a setup. Something's going to come along. It's very quiet this morning. We've got tomorrow. We've got more news. We've got Jerome Powell's conference tomorrow. So is he going to put interest rates up again? Is he not going to put interest rates up? Is he going to be hawkish? Is he going to be dovish? Or is he, you know, let me know your thoughts. Tell me in the chat what your thoughts. Is Jerome Powell going to be trying to crash the market again for us? Well, it's a quiet morning. Please, guys, if you are trading today, don't just jump on any stock that moves. Wait for the right setup. Be disciplined. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. Be disciplined and don't follow me blindly. Please don't follow me blindly. What you see me doing is it's delayed. There is latency on the stream. And depending on where you're watching it, it can be more. So I think the TikTok stream's slightly less than it is on YouTube, but there's still latency there as well. So the likelihood is the actions that I take, I've already taken them way before you see it. So I may have already got out of a position you see me getting into. Just be wary of that. So don't follow me blindly. If you want to learn how to trade, just if you want to trade, don't look for shortcuts. Learn how to do it properly. It is a profession like any other profession. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get wealthy over time profession. Take it slow, please. Just and if you're new to trading, just stay in the simulator to start off with until you exhibit any kind of level of consistency. It can be frustrating if you have a small period of time where you think you're being profitable and then you move to a live account too soon. That transition can be thoughtful with for a lot of people. The emotions come in, it makes it very, very difficult to make that transition. So stay in a simulator until you show a level of consistency, build up that muscle memory, build up the habits in a simulator first, then move to a small account. And I say small account, risk small amounts, trade small to start off with, set your goals small and slowly scale up over time. I don't think they can afford to, Jack, because inflation is, if you look at CPI data that came out earlier this week, inflation's out of control. They've got no control on it whatsoever. So they're going to have to be quite hawkish. So that'll come out tomorrow anyway, Jack. I can see Nrbo's made a bit of a pop. On the 15-minute, it's a bit of a double top formation, so that's a little bit worrisome. But let's see what happens. Let's look at it on the 5. Always look at multiple time frames. So if you see me on YouTube, you'll see the 5 and the 1 minute. But I'm also looking at the 2 minute, 60 minute, and the daily. Always look at for confirmations on multiple time frames. Don't just take the 1 minute. The 1 minute chart, certainly for new traders, can be very volatile and it can be quite intimidating to trade the 1 minute. If it is, then just trade the higher time frames. It's particularly for pattern breakouts. Pattern breakouts are much more reliable on higher time frames, and there will be you're less prone to get faked out on the higher time frames than you would be on the 1 minute time frame. Well, that was a nice little move, a nice little pop. As it broke the VWAP, maybe, I'm not saying it was a good entry, it's not clean enough, but if you're taking a position as it broke the VWAP, the $half key level, consolidating, up to $28, that's a good $1.50 move. If you can get a $1.50 move on a daily basis, you can make a lot of money. You're up 15. You're up 15k today, Macca. Fantastic, buddy. Is that, are you expecting me to have a 15k day, or you're up 15k? I'm not sure what that is, Macca, but I don't think I'm going to have a 15k day. The way at the moment, the way things are looking, it doesn't seem to be a lot of volatility. So I'm going to take it slow. I'll be very surprised. It seems to be a quiet day, so like I'll be happy with what's my start? 3,500 today, 3,700. That's my goal. 36,467 is what we're starting with. So 10%, 36,500, 3,500 is what we'll be looking for. The daily goal on average that I look for is 5,000, as you all know. So anything up 5,000 or above, I'll be taking, and I'll probably lock it down. It's just doesn't seem to me like the day for hitting home runs. Not yet, at least. I could be wrong. We might get some news drop at the bottom of the hour at the open. We might get some news drop at the top of the hour at about 10 o'clock market time. I've had a few days like that over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, where the market hasn't really kicked in until probably 10 minutes before 10 o'clock, 10 to 10, about time. That's a dad joke my father always used to tell me, to the Bonanza theme tune. For those of you that are old enough to remember the Bonanza theme tune, he used to say, what time is it? He'd go, it was 9:50 or 10 minutes to 10 o'clock. He'd go, it's cowboy time. Like, what? 10 to 10, 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10. I'm like, oh, dad. Yeah. But I'm old enough now to tell those dad jokes myself. You had the Bonanza theme tune at your dad's funeral. Your dad must have been a riot. So this breaks 28. What's the spreads on this? 30. I'm going to leave this. With 10 minutes to go, 30-cent spreads. If it breaks 28, is it going to go up to 28.50 at the least? Probably not. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, and you can't have who do you think you're kidding, Mr. Hitler at someone's funeral, though, do you? Can you? But fair play. Yeah, you couldn't get away with it nowadays. It's the world's too PC to have those cowboy movies and programs and things. Bonanza it would be considered racist now. Particularly because they had white men playing Native Americans and all that kind of stuff, but which is now you're not allowed to do unless it's Johnny Depp. Or Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds can do no wrong. Well, this is trying to make a move. I should have taken that break of 28 when I thought about it. Nrbo. It's too close to the bell. I'll wait for the bell. There's going to be volatility after the bell. I'll take a look at this one for you, Alistair. Why am I not getting any? Is that the right ticket there, Alistair? Is that the right ticker? Former client of mine were Alan. Yeah, no, Eland, there's no trade there. There's not enough volume. It has moved up, but there's no volume. Nice one, Alistair. I'm going to have to ask you for a testimonial at some stage. You're always you're getting, and discipline is key. So you've been doing well with these strategies and things off the course, but discipline is key. So the big loss came from a lack of discipline, and now that you're actually getting the discipline, you're not making the big, home run wins, but you're making those gradual wins, which is even better because you're not losing at the same time. So that discipline is absolutely key. So fair play, fair play. Smashing that target once again. We've got few levels here, whole dollar level. I'm only in for 1,000 shares. Tried to get the break of the $0.50, but I missed it. So we're in for 1,000. We've just broke the whole dollar there. Spreads are not, the spreads are not great. That's what's killing me right now. Don't like that wick. So first candle to break a new low is my exit. Yeah, well, Benny Hill. So I actually met Benny Hill a long time ago. Lovely guy. I was only a teenager at the time. It was before he died. A lovely guy. He was as camp as a troop of pink Boy Scouts, and it took him a long time to come out of the closet. Because obviously his shows were very chauvinistic, they're very misogynistic, but he was far from it. I mean, he was as, like I say, he was as gay as Christmas. Another one that was an old school gentleman as well was. sorry about that, Nereus. I know you told me to buy low and sell high as opposed to the other way around on my first trade. I kind of forgot your advice. Like I said, first candle to break a new low, I was out, which was this one. So, hey, look, Phil, you know, you might be missing out on some gold. They were only 2.5 minutes away from the bell. Well, like I say, it's it can be. If the transactions are taking place on the uptick as opposed to on the downtick, it doesn't matter if you've got a huge bunch of sellers, because you've got an equal. When you say you've got a huge bunch of sellers, for the transaction to take place, you have to have an equal number of sellers. It's a zero-sum market. So you've always got the same amount of sellers as you have buyers. So it depends on whether does the transaction take place on the bid, or does it take place on the ask? And that depends on, so is it on the uptick or on the downtick? And that is what dictates the price action, which way it moves, Alistair. So if the transactions are going through, there's always going to be the same amount of buyers and sellers. It's just a case of who's in the lead, who's actually getting the price met. Is it the buyers who are, you know, looking to buy it at a low price, or is it the sellers that are looking to sell it at a higher price? Right. We've got 45 seconds to the bell, so I'm just going to switch the scanners over to the regular market. Here you go, Squibby. It moved up, had a decent catalyst. It's a low price stock, moved up, had a decent catalyst. The bottom of the last hour, and then it moved up to $2, and it's just been trading sideways since. Bed Bath & Beyond, but they plunged along with the CFO off the top deck. There we go. Well, let's go back to Bed Bath & Beyond, because that seemed like it was moving upwards. Got green on the day. I'll wait. I'm going to wait for the first 5 minutes before I take my next trade. Anybody seeing anything worth trading yet? Watching the price spikes. Not seeing. This is Bed Bath & Beyond. Good move. There is potential. Did go up to $30, almost $30 back in August, before your man sold all his shares. And anybody that believes that that 22-year-old that borrowed off his mum and dad and family friends to buy and made how many millions, he didn't. It's fabrication. No action on the IPOs yet. Alt moved up well yesterday. This is what we made our 5K on yesterday. Not moving at the moment. The S&P 500 still down on the day, as is the Nasdaq. But they're trying to make a comeback. Let's see. They're testing the VWAP now on the Nasdaq. Right, so not really seeing anything worth trading right now. Couple of trading halts, low volume it looks like. So this is what I would say today, guys. Don't just chase anything. Just wait, be patient. Worst case scenario is you don't take a trade, and if you don't take a trade, you've lost nothing. And that's a break-even day. You've lost a bit of time watching the markets, and of course you've got me entertaining you as the clown in the on the internet. So if you don't see anything, if you don't see any good setups, don't just jump in out of boredom. Boredom trades invariably lose you money, so don't take boredom trades just because you feel like you should be trading. Sit on your hands. Sitting on your hands can be more profitable than taking a boredom trade. Trust me. Wait for the setups. AMTD's making good gains. Not something I will be trading. It's a little bit low value for me, but I would say based on where it's at right now, look for 220. IBRX for you, Matt. It's moving up steadily. Community bio. Not a lot of volatility, not a lot of volume. But good luck, buddy. Where did Bed Bath & Beyond do? So that's just getting choppy now. It's sideways chop, just above the green line, kind of between around 880, 890. So just be careful. Wait for the right setups. There will at some stage today we'll see something. They'll maybe get some news drop at just after 10. Maybe get some movement before that. It took yesterday. There was no trades to take up until I didn't take a trade until about 10 minutes to 10, so about 9:50. So it could be the similar thing today. We're only 7 minutes in. Don't panic. It's just a low volatility market at the moment. Let me know if there's something that you've seen that I've not seen. Atxg moving up nicely, and this one is moving up nicely. This is a recent IPO. It moved up to over $650, $656 on its IPO last week. This could really move. Look for an entry now. It's halted up. So I was a little bit slow to the party there. Did anybody get in on Atxg? Adtx group. Let me know if you managed to get in on that little move. That's a good dollar move since the open. I'll come back to that. Nrbo not looking that strong, below the VWAP now. Surprised a lot of retail traders aren't bringing more volume into a HKD, but this is halted up as well. Now this can go mental. Just please don't trade this unless you can afford to lose not only your money but the account. It is a very risky stock to trade. It can be lucrative, but it's a very risky stock to trade. It's AMTD Digital. It's a recent, I'll say recent. We're talking back down in July, a SPAC merger, largely owned by AMTD Ideas Group. But this went up absolutely mental at the beginning of August. It went from $13 all the way up to $2,600 on very low volume, big moves. So just be careful. Atxg, Neville, great stuff. You're on a nice little winner there. So don't forget to take profits. It's plan A. Make sure you do take some profits. So this will resume at 9:43 approximately, just after 9:43. In about just over 2 minutes. Like I say, not too much moving. And I'm looking at the signals scanner, which is basically any price, anything that's moving spikes up more than 1% or better in real time, and it's not moving very much. Now on a busy hot market, hot day, that's wearing away like a time and sales chart, and it absolutely isn't at the moment. And we're not getting a lot of volatility halts either, so still waiting. Maybe we'll get some Uber. Uber's making moves. Uber's making moves, so's Plug Power. We're getting some moves from some of the mid to larger cap stocks. Uber, Plug Power will be interesting to watch. So Plug is now nearly 2% up on the day. Uber is 2.5% up on the day. At 33s, but reasonable moves. Okay, Atxg. Let's see what happens here. Is there going to be an entry? Is it going to continue? Is it going to pull back? I'm getting a gap up on the level 2. So let's see what happens. Will it pull back? Will it give us an entry? There we go. Gapped up, pull back. Too slow. And we break 7. Right, there's 7. Needs to break 7 and hold. I wasn't quite quick enough on that one. By the dip. Alright, I'm looking for the break of 7 and hold. It's into the 690s there. Bit of a flat top forming up at $7. 751 is the halt up, so we're way off that. There's 7. Let's take half off. Takes me back green on the day. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm just going to put a 30-cent trailing stop in place there now. And leave that. Well, we got stopped out, so we're 1,000 up on the day. So that's not a bad start. We're not base hits, like I said. We're looking for base hits. We don't want to be swinging for the fences and getting ourselves into trouble. Oh, well, welcome from Istanbul there, Farid. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond's looking good, so glad to see you've hit your goal there, Matt. Good stuff, Robbie. Get green, stay green, hit your goal, get out. That's the key. I've got to say, I won't say I know it, Farid. I think I've been to Bodrum and I've been to Antalya, but I've never stayed in Istanbul. No, I have stayed in Istanbul for business, but I don't know the Seven Hills rooftop, that's for sure. I don't know Istanbul that well. I did stay in Istanbul back in 2005, but that's a different story. Neville, like I said, get green, stay green. Size down. Once you've got over your goal, once you've got green on the day, size down. Make incremental gains after that. Don't risk giving back money to the markets. So 720 for me is my next indicator, my next entry. This being a potential bull flag setup on the 1 minute and on the 2 minute. No worries, Farid. Appreciate it. So 715, really. 715 is the next entry. No, that flag's broken, so need a new setup. The wicks on the 5 minute are scaring me off trading this right now. Two dojis on the 5. Well, one doji, and then we've got the huge upwick on the 5 minute. So that's not looking great. What else is moving? Okay, guys. Well, anybody seeing anything else worth looking at? Yum China Holdings. This popped up, moving up now, 5% up on the day. It's just spiked. It had a few new highs, breaking new highs. Probably not worth trading off. Kamara Health. Let's have a look at Kamara Health hitting the scanners. Volume's not huge, but it's moving up. Has there been a news drop? Let's have a look. Beneficial ownership from yesterday. Not seeing any particular news release for Kamara today. It's not moving up with that kind of volume anyway. So Bed Bath & Beyond's having a good moment. So let's go back to Bed Bath & Beyond. No volatility. They're moving up. Don't get me wrong, but there's no volatility there. So the velocity of moves, nothing really to take advantage of. Well, at least the markets are going green. This is the S&P 500. Here's the Nasdaq. About to go green. Is it going to go green, or is it going to get rejected at 296? Ooh, it's Nasdaq about to go green. Come on, Qs. Can you do it? What about the Russell? Russell's well green. The Russell index is the small cap index. It's the iShares small cap index, and that's doing well. I mean, it's half a percentage point up on the day, considering it was red before the bell, red at the bell even. So it's moved quite substantially. So the market's having a bit of a rally. Looks like. Will it continue? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, so Ginkgo is it's moving up, but again, it's gradual. It's not really something I'm going to be trading on this kind of a level. But good luck to it. It's currently 6% up. I'm not sure if that will continue. And Vitae. This went from red to green to red to green. This has made big moves in the past. This went up to $9 there at the beginning of August when I traded it last. And Vitae Corporation. Again, this was the move. This was the clean move. Finding an entry there. We've got a halt there. After that halt, it's just died off. So I'll have a look. I'd have to. The thing is with Klaatu is when I'm talking about swing trades, if I'm getting into a swing trade, I tend to do a little bit more due diligence on the fundamentals than I would on intraday trading. Day trading, it's all technical. You don't really, it doesn't have to be a good company, it doesn't have to have good values or anything like that. It's all technical. It's all about the patterns. It's all about the volume, the volatility. Quite frankly, I don't care if it's a good company or not. A swing trade, I would have to do a little bit more due diligence on a swing trade before I would recommend it. But right now, I'm thinking inverse head and shoulders is a possibility there. So shorting it, it's slightly above the VWAP as well. Shorting it might not be a good idea, even though it's down on the day. I wouldn't short it, but not financial advice. Just saying. If this came down below 70 again, then it might be interesting for a short, in my personal opinion. But as I say, it's only my opinion. Education purposes and entertainment purposes only. I'm not offering that as a financial advice. If you take a short position and lose, don't sue me. Yeah, it's been made some good climbs this week as this. I mean, it started off at what 475 on Monday ish. It's now up at 76, pulling back some now, but we'll see. Community bio. It's an 80. It's just a little bit on the higher side there. I would like to trade at 83 million float, but it is 25% shorted, so it's potential short squeeze action going on with that as well. AMRS moving nicely. Amiris. I think it's Amiris. How you pronounce this? Let's have a look. Why it's moving up. Is there a catalyst? I always want a catalyst. If it's got a good catalyst, I would more comfortable that it will continue with a move. It will continue the trend. Not really seeing a news catalyst as such. There's an article in the Investor Observer, but look, if we finish today with $1,000 in profit, that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So that's what 300,000 a year on that kind of level. Well, I tell you what, baby, if I can get 600 more likes before the stream ends in half an hour, I'll give you another treat, okay? If you don't get another treat before the stream ends, you can blame all this lot on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. It just really helps with the algorithm. I forgot to remind you guys. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Pixie just came out of nowhere. Low volume, that's why. Magic Empire Group. Steady but choppy. Not really seeing the setup. Yeah, no clean setup there. Children's Place. It's popped up. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Looks very dodgy. Yeah, so we got out at the right time. We could have got in earlier, but we got out at the right time. Maybe Atxg. I'm looking at it now. It seems to have peaked. It's pulling back now. We've got this sell-off, a bit of a dead cat bounce here, and then it's kind of just resting on the VWAP. So 6.5. If it holds six, I would say 630. It needs to hold 630. Stay above 630. It might have another bit of a run a little bit later, but right now it's done to the long side until we see some more bullish action on it. That's my thoughts on Atxg. It's not a stock pick. It's not financial advice. Don't sue me. Ryan, do you know what? I will if I have to. I'm being very cautious. I came into September on Tuesday, and I was still a bit jet lagged from traveling. I only actually got back on Monday evening, so I was still a little bit jet lagged on Tuesday, and I lost money, and it was close to losing my account at one stage. So I lost money. The whole point of when you start the beginning of the month, you grow into it, you scale into it, you start cautiously, you build up a cushion that then you can actually, you've got the cushion to take a big swing. And I took a big swing without having the cushion there. I got lucky again on Tuesday that the first trade almost blew up my account. The second trade saved it. So I'm being cautious, and that's the way trading should be done. So we've got a bit of a double W formation here as well. So if this gets above 680, we might get $7.720. So watch for the break of 680, which is the middle of this bit, which is the W. If you're looking for a W formation, they're usually very bullish. And whilst we did break 630, it bounced at 630. It did come down to 630, which I said it needs to hold. It did bounce there, so now we're moving back up. If it breaks 680, you've got the double bottom formation, the W formation. It's an even eve, so as opposed to Adam and Eve, it's two round bottoms. Let's have a look at Mankind next door holdings. Again, ATR of this is like 1 cent. The range is not there. It's not volatile enough for intraday trades for me. If you want to go long term and swing it, and you know that you feel like it's going to go somewhere, be my guest. I wouldn't trade this. It's just too low volume. The range isn't there. Just not a day trade in it for me. What was the other one? Roku. I actually don't mind Roku as a company. But $73, it's a bit more expensive. 7%, it's looking good. Decent volume. Does it have a catalyst? Let's have a look. Roku. Here we go. Is it just moving up with the general market, or does it actually have a catalyst? Okay, so 9 o'clock news came out. Roku and Harris Poll 2022 survey reveal holiday shoppers expect to increase spending on gifts and shop earlier. Various circulate deal reporter opinion piece. So that was 20 minutes ago. Okay. Not convinced on that catalyst, but yeah, Roku's looking good, looking strong. If you're in it, good luck. $5K for me, Matt, or $5K for the dog? Oh, 5K. I was thinking that, oh, you knew something I didn't, that we're going to get 5K. Okay, fair enough. Matt's been breaking his finger on the screen. I hope you've got a new phone by now, Matt, because that screen must be knackered. I can't open it, Miyako. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to stand up for it. The crowd want to see what they're paying for. I dropped it, but you didn't get it. I've stuck together these ones. Right, come on. Come on in. Stand up. Stand up. Gotta be better than that. There you go. I'm cruel to her. I'm not. I'm good to her, but anyway. So where was Amris still moving up? So this one's the momentum stock right now. Amris 11% up. Let's go back to it's 20, nearly 22%. It is 22% up on the day. Skin. Again, it's low volume. So if you're looking for an intraday trade there, Lexter, follow the volume. It's moving up well, but it's just the volume's not there. I mean, it's a 6 cents average true range. So how do you judge? I mean, we've got a bit of a double top at the moment, so be careful of that. But how do you judge your stops with an ATR of 6 cents? What are you looking for? I would say, for me, it needs more volume. Definitely needs more volume. If I was trading that intraday, it would need more volume. I need volatility and volume. Those are the two key characteristics to take a trade. And Amris seems to be the one with that in abundance at the moment. Nothing else on the scanners. You know what? It doesn't matter. We've got a whole day. No, that's okay, Lexter. It's good that you pick out some of these stocks, because the whole point of having this channel is to help people, beginning traders. You know, how do I pick my stocks? How do I know what to look for? What, you know, there's something moving up. Do I jump in and chase it? And when you highlight something like that, it gives me a good. It's a good learning experience for people who aren't aware that volume is key. Volume is a key component to stock selection. If there's no volume, there's no trade. If there's no volatility, there's no trade. Just because something moves up in price doesn't mean you should trade it intraday. You for reliable breakouts, you want volume and you want volatility. Average true range isn't so much an indicator, but what the average true range will do is it tells you how much, on average, over the last however many candles, how much it's moved. So what the volatility is actually like. So if you're thinking about setting your stop, putting a stop in place, if you've got an ATR of 6 cents, for example, what's your target going to be? It might move. It's moving on average per candle 6 cents. So are you going to wait for 3 candles and it move 18 cents, and then you put your stop at 9 cents? In which case, if you put your stop at 9 cents, the next candle might move down 6 cents, and you'll be okay. If the next candle moves down 6 cents and you put your stop at 6 cents, you get stopped out before it starts to move up. So it's a good. The ATR it's an indication of what the volatility is like over the last however many candles you set it at. I've got it at 14. So for me, what I would advise new traders to do is look at your ATR, and that will give you an indication as to where to set your stop, or where you can expect to set your stop as well. So it is an indicator in terms of, can you put it on your chart as an indicator? Yes, you can. I've got the ATR on the volume histogram at the bottom, and I just look at the actual value here as opposed to the graph. But yeah, you can plot it on your charts if you want to. Well, when I start looking at Amris, it pulls back. I've got the Midas touch in reverse. It shot the SPY's Russell Index continuing up. So small caps are continuing to make gains, which is good news. SPY's consolidating sideways now since it's kind of got green. The Nasdaq got rejected at the VWAP. Trying again. We've got a head and shoulders formation, and the likelihood is that's usually bearish, so we might get a bit of a sell-off. So there's your first shoulder, there's your head. We've got a shoulder here, so we might get a bit of a sell-off. Be careful on tech stocks. Adtx sold off. Atxg. This is just consolidating now around that 650. 1, 2. That's a triple top. Yeah. Oh, look, Vinco. I've not traded Vinco for a long time. I'm not going to trading it with that ticker. Not traded it since it's fallen below $2, actually. Yeah. Again, 1.5 cents on the average true range. So how much are you going to get out of it? Moving, but not moving big. You're always going to get volume. But the thing is with Vinco Ventures, you're always going to get volume. It's a rather, you know, relatively big big float for the price. Hey beginner, I'm good. How's you? Just kind of a little bit struggling for things to trade today, beginner. But we're still in the green, which is all that matters. We've got a few more minutes left before we end the stream. That doesn't mean that we're going to finish trading today. We'll keep an eye. Something might come out. We might get a mover. Right now, it doesn't look like that. I kind of got that impression it was going to be one of those quiet days today as well. Pre-market, there was virtually nothing pre-market. Oh, Mullen. So those of you that keep asking about Mullen Motors, it's just spiked up and hit a bunch of highs. So Mullen Motors, a lot of people like these lower price stocks, so I don't trade them myself, but I do include them, and it's just made a pretty big move. So since the open, it's up like 4 cents. That move there was a pretty big one. That's correct, Ryan. I don't trade, so I have a floor at $3. However, if I see something with a good catalyst and good momentum that's above $2, I may trade it, but only if I've got nothing else to trade. So I have a floor at $3 and I have a basement floor at $2. I don't trade anything under $2. In terms of upper limit, it depends on what my equity position on my account is. So right now, I started with 36,000 in my equity today. So realistically, I'm not going to be trading anything over $50. It doesn't make sense. But my sweet spot tends to be between 5 and 25. That's my sweet spot. Well, I don't think we're done yet with this week. We've got the Fed, Jerome Powell's conference tomorrow, so we should find out whether he's going to be raising interest rates and stuff as well. So I don't have an upper limit. It really depends on what my equity position is. So it has to be worthwhile. If I'm trading something that's let's say $100 a share, but it's moving, it's got significant volatility, I just have a smaller share size. Well, $100 a share, if I take 1,000 shares, it's going to be $100,000 worth of equity. So I've got to be able to know that I can justify taking that kind of position. Something with $100 a share, I might only take 300 shares or 100 shares or something like that. If I've got a larger account, I'll take a larger position. The upper limit is just based on, can I afford it? Yeah, the whole Ethernet, Ethereum merge, bit of a damp squib in the end. We looked at Ethereum earlier. It had a little bit of a pump on this morning. Was it about 3 o'clock, whatever it was, midnight or whatever it was? It had a little bit of a pump, but nah, it didn't do anything. It's a bit of a damp squib in the end. No, exactly, Ryan. So it depends on the volatility of the stock. If it's only moving slowly, then what's the point in taking smaller size? If it's moving, if you're getting bigger moves, it depends on the volatility of the stock. If it's a high price stock, so I remember trading DWAC up at, I think it was $130 or whatever it was last year, and making good money on it. But it was moving. It was moving big gains. I've traded Tesla. I traded Tesla earlier this year. I think it might have been June. What I tend to do with the higher cap stocks, though, is if I will trade options rather than trading the equities. And I tend to go more swing trading than intraday trading, because you tend to get better moves over a longer period with those higher cap stocks. The higher cap stocks I will swing trade, or I'll trade options, or mid to low cap stocks I'll trade into intraday. Although I lost money on that Tesla trade, if I remember rightly. Yeah, well, I don't trade beginner. I don't trade commodities. I don't trade futures. I don't trade any kind of derivatives. Well, futures are essentially a derivative. So I only trade the equities themselves. So what make up the derivatives? I do trade crypto, but I tend not to trade it intraday. Crypto is more of a swing or an investor. I've got four coins I'm holding long term. I've got a small portfolio of stocks I hold long term, and a few ETFs. But from an intraday trading perspective, I don't trade forex. I don't trade derivatives, futures, and I don't trade commodities. Yeah, well, this is what that's part of it, Ryan. So there's less volatility. So I'm looking for higher volatility. That's how I'm outperforming the market. Is I'm looking for higher volatility of these lower price, lower float stocks, and it works for me. If I'm looking at the higher cap stocks, they tend to go in line with the market. You can trade them intraday. You can do day trading. Higher cap stocks is slightly different strategy. It's just not my strategy. I have read about how to do that. Maybe I should teach it, but I don't actually do it. I prefer just to teach what I know, what I do. I know how to do that, but I just don't, because my strategy is lower float, low cap stocks. That's Mullen Motors for you. Let's have a look at a. Yeah, just that's looking like it's going to consolidate for a while. We might get another pop later. Nrbo's, yeah, that's not looking like it's moving much either. So it moved up 25, just over $25. It's back down again. Data seems to have. Oh, no, it's not. I thought my data had frozen then because the time and sales ticker wasn't moving, but. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'll come back later. I want to see the two IPOs when they come out, see if there's any action there. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. Before I do that, if anybody does want to learn how to trade, then I can and will teach you if you want me to. Oh, this is my TikTok page. If you go to my page here, you'll get this link tree. Just because I said walk, the word walk doesn't mean I'm taking you right now. I'll take you in 5 minutes. Give me a minute. Okay, so if you go in TikTok, if you go into my profile, you get to Linktree, the TikTok trader. Go through the splash screen if you can, and it brings you to my Linktree, and all these links here. If you're on YouTube, you get all these links in the description. Okay, learning to trade. If you want to learn to trade, I can teach you. I'm happy to teach you. You'll get mentorship, that one-to-one mentorship, one-to-many mentorship. You get access to the Day Trade with Tony private Discord, and of course, you get the full syllabus here that you can read through. So check that out. It's more than affordable for anybody wanting to day trade. If you don't think it's affordable, it's $120 plus tax. If it's too expensive, it's not aimed for you. I apologize. It's not aimed for you, because if you can't afford $150 a month, you can't afford to day trade. It's that simple, okay? Because the tools you'll need to day trade will cost you more than that. So if you want to learn how to day trade, it's going to cost you about 150 bucks if you learn from me. It's probably going to cost you thousands if you learn from some of the other professionals. Why would you learn from me? Do I make any money? Well, I've got my TraderView statistics here. I've got my broker reports here that say that I do this in the first 6 months of 2022. I will update that probably this coming weekend, but I've got to get round to it. I've been a bit lazy since I got back from my vacation. Check out the syllabus. Come back to, as I say, the statistical reports here are from TraderView. So this is TraderView. The reason I'm highlighting this, so this is TraderView. This is my September statistics right now. So I'm not made a huge amount of money. I'm like 1,500 quid in profit, gross profit, in September at the moment. Still, my accuracy is great. 3 winners versus 1 loser. So that's off two days, 2 trades per day. What's better to look at really here is where I am on the year. So my goal is for a 7-figure year. I'm more than on target for that, and I want to average $5,000 a day, which I am over target on that as well. So I'm in a good place right now. If I look at where I am on, as you can see, I had 3 really good, incrementally better months in a row. Because I've taken some time off in September, that's unlikely to happen. Not saying it won't, but it's very unlikely to happen. I'm targeting myself on 70,000 for September, which will negate the time I've taken off. If we look at my win-loss expectation, over the course of the year, 68% to 32%. It's a little better than 2 to 1 on that ratio. The golden ratio in trading is a 2 to 1. If you can get better than 2 to 1, brilliant. If I look at my gains on the year, 1.8 million versus 900,000 in losses, that's a 2 to 1. So my risk reward is on point for the year. Last month it wasn't, but you know, it is what it is. This is my equity curve for the year. As you can see, it is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but if you're seeing a trader that's it's a straight equity curve, they're not getting the drawdowns, then you know, put me in touch with them. I could do without the drawdowns. I'd make a lot more money if I didn't have the bigger drawdowns. And unfortunately, if you're an aggressive trader like me, you tend to find that the drawdowns tend to be big as well. But that's just the way it is. So I'm having a good year so far. But anyway, back to what I was saying. TraderView, if you're not using it to track your trades, I recommend it for anybody tracking the trades. Check out the link. It's you can use it for free. It will allow you to track, I think it's 30 trades a month for free. And then it's reasonably priced for the next level up. Unlimited trades for like 30 bucks a month. I've got the top plan anyway, because I want risk analysis and things as well. But if you're not tracking your trades in something like TraderView, do it in Excel. Do it however you want to do it. At least write down your trades, every trade that you take, entry price, exit price, how long you were in the trade, what you risked, what your profit was, etc., etc. Always make a log of your trade, and TraderView makes it a lot easier, but make a log of your trade so you can analyze your trading, find ways to improve, find ways to you know, increase your profitability. How do I find stocks to trade? Benzinga. I get asked this every single stream. How do you know what's moving? How do you know when it's going to move? So click on this. It's the second link down. It's essential for me for trading is Benzinga. Now I'm not saying that you have to use Benzinga, but I do recommend it to anybody on the Day Trade with Tony course. I recommend Benzinga. There are other tools that do a similar job. Finviz, Finimize, things like that. You can get Yahoo Finance, that you can get things for free that will do it. It's just not as good. It's not as what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive as you will get with Benzinga. Try it for free. If you don't like it, if you do like it but can't afford it, fine. If you don't like it, again, fine. Try it out for free. You don't even need a credit card or anything like that. You don't need a CC number or anything like that. Just check it out for free. And if you do like it and you want to go with it, don't pay the full price, please. It is quite expensive. It's about, if you go for the monthly option, it's about $177 a month. Get a discount. Come back for me. Use this discount code. It's 35% off. There are other promotions. If you come to me and ask what's the latest promotion, right now the best promotion is this 35% off. Labor Day promotions are 50% off. So if you come to me at any given time and say what's the best promotion for, what's the best discount for Benzinga, I'll let you have the code and no problem at all. But check it out for free first. There's no point coming to for a discount if you don't like it. I've talked about TradingView. TradingView, free tool. I say free tool, it's freemium. You can use the ads. You want to get rid of the ads, you want live data, then you have to pay a subscription. But if you're okay with that, from a charting perspective, from a technical analysis perspective, TradingView is arguably one of, if not the best free tool out there. Fantastic for beginners. I still use it. I use it to track all of, you can use crypto, you can use it on any market, the London Stock Exchange, the Hang Seng, as well as the NYSE, whatever. What platform do I use to trade with? I use Dash Trader. Now, trading with Dash Trader, Dash Trader will partner with various brokers. Some brokers will OEM it. Some brokers will want you to go and pay a separate subscription to Dash Trader. For me, it's one of the best programs designed specifically for active retail day traders. There are other programs as well, which are the Sterling Trader, TC2000, amongst others. But for me, I prefer Dash Trader. Some say Sterling is better, but I prefer Dash Trader. Now, what else do I want to talk about? So I'm going to pull that up, get rid of that, and talk about the World Series. I've signed up yesterday, funnily enough, for the World Series of Day Trading, which is taking place next month. Now, it's a free event. If you're interested in knowing about the World Series of Day Trading, let me know. If you want to take part in it, they will provide the platform. It's a simulated event, so they'll provide the platform. You get, I think it's $200,000 or $250,000 to simulate in live data. And it's with TradeNet, who are a partner. And if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll get you a sign-up link to compete in the World Series of Day Trading. As I say, it's free to sign up for that, but it's over the course of a week, and whoever makes the most money wins, kind of thing. And the top 100 places all get prizes. So let me know if you're interested in the World Series of Day Trading, and I'll get more information and I'll talk about that more tomorrow. Okay? In the meantime, I'm done for now. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. I'll come back a little bit later. If I take any more trades, I'll come on for Power Hour later. If I don't, I might just take a nap and, you know, relax for the rest of the day and, you know, do a few bits and pieces. Otherwise, my profits for today, if you can't see them, are 1,075 in the green. So not huge, but not hit gold, but I may not have finished yet. So I'm just waiting for something to worth trading. So we'll see. Okay, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, rest of your evening, wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. So that's 8 a.m. market time, or East Coast, New York. It's 1 p.m. here in Dublin. Same in the UK, 2 p.m. in Europe. Turkey or wherever you are, Spain if you like tapas, you know, if you're in Paris, then you know, whatever. And I'll see you then 90 minutes before the market opens tomorrow. If I'm feeling up to it, I may do a power hour stream, I may not. I'm not committing to it at this moment in time. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And I will seem to be quite a few interested in the World Series of day trading. So I'll reach out to my contact there and I will talk more about that tomorrow and get some details for you all to sign up. Okay, guys? I might even put a link in the link tree temporarily. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, guys.